What was I gonna say? Shit. Oh yeah. That it kind of hit me like a while ago.
Did it hurt?
Yeah, it hurt really bad. That you can actually play every single Pikmin game on
Oh
Switch.
shit!
Because they ported the first two in a combo, and then I think they ported the third one from the Wii U, and then of course the latest one is the fourth one. So I think you can literally play all four Pikmins
Oh,
on the
that's pretty sick.
Switch if you wanted to. In case you ever want to play Pikmin one.
I actually do. It's just what's the word? I did
don't
want to
have
start at the
money.
first because the first was good. So, like you said, right now, I think I have a chance now. I just gotta wait for a sale. That's in like 40 years when it goes down $1.
And my 1 terabyte Switch will be able to handle it, right?
Yeah, hopefully.
Also,
I mean,
yellow ball.
what? By then, they'll probably be at the 360 graphics, right?
Hell yeah! Yeah, I can't. What do you think Switch 2 will be? Or I don't know like I don't know why we keep calling it Switch 2. It's literally I don't know what Nintendo's gonna make.
Switch
Like,
you.
Switch U.
Okay.
Switch. Someone made the graph actually about how Nintendo since the N64 have been going on a kind of trajectory of good bad good bad good bad
Yeah.
because the N64 was I would say was a hit in a sense, but then the GameCube was a commercial failure.
Somehow.
And then
Well, because it looked like a toy. That's what I keep hearing.
yeah. And well, not only that, some people blame it, not blame it. They like to. There's a sword in here. Okay, there's a sword in here. There's some people who like to correlate it to the fact that what was the best console in that generation? That's right, Juan. The PS2, which is one of the greatest selling consoles of all time, right?
Yeah.
And then, of course, a little less known company known as Microsoft dropped their new Xbox console.
Yeah, whatever happened to Microsoft?
I wonder what happened to them. It's true. So yeah, that's why a lot of people correlate that the GameCube was a commercial failure because the PS2. I personally think. Also, I went in here, right?
Yeah.
I personally think that the reason the GameCube failed was because I think at the time a lot of people thought it was just a console for kids.
Yeah.
Because I swear to God, the people in my age group, in our age group, the ones who are making YouTube videos right now swearing on their mother that the GameCube is the greatest console of all time, it's because all of us had it as kids.
Yeah.
But what were all the adults playing?
Essentially PS2, and then the Xbox when it came out.
PS2 or Xbox, because those were where all the adult games were at. You had Halo,
adult,
you had
mature.
God of War, you had Uncharted, you had fucking Tekken, because I don't think Tekken ever came out on the GameCube. The only fighting game that was there besides Smash was Soul Calibur.
Yeah. Oh yeah, we get to play as Link.
Yeah, which is funny. Soul Calibur 2 on the GameCube is probably the better version because it has Link. But yeah, it's like the GameCube had amazing games, but I think its downfall was that a lot of adults didn't want to play it because they thought it was a children's console.
Yeah.
And, it's just the way
And
it
it
is.
sucks because it's a unique design, but I would also say I never really liked the size of the disc.
I think that's another thing that kind of killed it too, was the fact that the disc was a bit of a interesting choice. Also, I like how the hat I want is the last one. See, let's go. Because
I can't stop winning.
I can't stop winning. Oh my god! At the end. So. Yeah, because I remember when I had my GameCube, that was something my parents would ask me all the time. It's like, can this thing play DVDs? And I was like, I don't think so because the disc is very small, And yeah, I think that was probably a major factor on why a lot of people, because again, the PS2 one, or it garnered so much because it was a gaming console and it was a DVD player.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, the Xbox was also a DVD player, but
You needed like a dongle for it.
you needed an adapter for it
There
for
you
it
go,
to work
adapter.
properly, which I did have back
Same
then.
here.
It was fun. It was funny. Um,
It literally fit into one of the controller ports.
but you know what the Xbox had that the PS2 didn't have?
Dead or
You could
alive?
put
No,
your
wait.
well, maybe, I don't know. You could put music in your console and then play it off the fucking games, man.
Yep.
Oh my
Yep.
god, I wish nowadays because I remember I was in a thread where people were reminiscing about that shit, right? They're like, man, I
Yeah.
remember when Xbox, both the original Xbox and the 360, you could install install songs,
Yep.
music, and then you could, play it on the console, right? But I remember more distinctly that on the original Xbox, you could play your soundtracks off the game itself. So, for example, I have a lot of memories of playing Tony Hawk Underground,
Yeah.
and the Tony Hawk games in general. I think every Tony Hawk game that was on the original Xbox, if you had music in your ripped into your console, you could actually just straight up play it, like on the game, like if it's part of the soundtrack of the game.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say like what the 360 did, where you can play it through the dashboard on any game.
Yeah,
Except for
like,
some. Except for some.
Like you could play it in the background. Yeah, like you can. Because that's how it worked on the 360, where you could just play it off the background, right?
Yeah.
That's why, I think a lot of people might have preferred that version, because I remember I would play Assassin's Creed 2 while listening to music and stuff. And but on the original Xbox, it was a little more integrated because it was like,
Oh.
okay, imagine this. You're playing Tony Hawk. The level is loading. It would kind of act like your music was part of the game.
Mm.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So. Hey, queen.
Oh, dude, it's the suit from Courage.
I'm a witch. Anyway, cat.
Oh, that's the last animal you have to greet.
Hello.
Aw.
Is that really the last one?
Nah, you have to talk to them, I guess.
Do I?
Because you have
No.
14 out of
No.
15.
No,
So I guess it just...
they just straight up gave me an emote. Interesting. So going back to what we were talking about, so music would play off on certain games if it had the option on the original Xbox. On the 360, you could just play it on the background, which is funny that the Xbox One didn't have that until way later, because then again, you couldn't rip music into the Xbox One. I remember when I got my Xbox One, that was one of the first things I was kind of disappointed about, that you couldn't actually rip music into the console. And that's where it came from. It was a thread about that. It was about how, like, oh man, why can't I wish you could, install CDs into the console like you used to, right?
Yeah.
But the thing is that nowadays it's the age of streaming, right?
Yeah.
So
That's
people
true.
have Spotify, Apple Music, Deezer, whatever, right? And it came into this whole conversation that I think the reason why Xbox took too long on integrating background music playing was because, well, if you don't know, Juan, I'll let you know right now. Did you know Spotify was exclusive to the PlayStation for a while?
No.
Yeah. I've been a Spotify user since 2012. And I remember one of the first disappointments in early Xbox life was that Spotify came out on PlayStation but not on Xbox. And it was to the point that I think there was even a thread that you could probably find online still, probably dating back to when Spotify came out on PlayStation, which was probably 2016 or 17, maybe even earlier. though you'll find a thread where people were basically begging for Spotify to come out on Xbox. And
Jeez.
I was one of those people too. I was like, please, please, I'm a Spotify user. But I think there could have been a couple reasons why Spotify never came out on Xbox until way later, and because I think Spotify came out on Xbox until I want to say 2018, 2019.
Yeah.
So it's actually kind of recent. So I think it might have been because maybe PlayStation might have done a deal with them, maybe, or it could have also attributed to the fact that Microsoft had a streaming service themselves. If you remember one,
Zune.
not Zune, but kind of close, kind of close.
Zune 2?
That's right, Groove.
Oh my god, I forgot about Groove.
Yeah, Groove. Everybody wants to forget about Groove. I mean, I'm pretty sure everybody already forgot about Groove. So Groove was a streaming service. It basically was I want to say, well, the successor to Zune. Yeah, because Zune failed because it couldn't beat the iPod.
I should have just kept going, dude.
Well, Microsoft likes to give up a lot. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if they gave up on this console like in 3-4 years from now. But yeah, Groove was a thing, and I was very, very close. I was so frustrated that Spotify was not on Xbox One that I was very close to just switching to Groove. But luckily, when I thought about doing it, it happened. They added Spotify to Xbox, but at the same time, they shut down Groove because they were like, fuck this, we can't beat Spotify. So we might as well just make Spotify available on our platforms, and even on Windows nowadays, Windows 11 or 10, it will basically, if you go to the Groove app, if you still have it, it'll tell you that if you want to stream music, please use Spotify. It will straight up say that. So they gave up and just kind of bowed down to Spotify. It's kind of sad, but
Microsoft, you need to stop like giving up, especially because one thing that also did hurt me though was Mixer.
The thing about Mixer is that everybody can tell Microsoft like, wow, how dare you do this? Those streamers were trying to, you know, do what their passion, right? But here's the thing. You guys can say you're ungrateful or something or whatever, but honestly, not a lot of people watched on Groove. It was true. I think people didn't want Groove to succeed in general because it's just like that. They just wanted to see Groove. Sorry, not Groove.
Yeah, that was basically Mixer after a month.
Mixer. Yeah, Mixer. They wanted Mixer to fail because all the people who were saying, "How dare Microsoft do this?" Dude, they did it for a reason. They weren't getting the views. I think the biggest viewership a stream ever got was one of Xbox's own streams, and I think it was only probably 10,000.
Yeah, but then you look at a site like Kick, and people are going like, "Yeah, you know what? Let's switch over. Let's try it out." And what's funny is that some videos now, like even a few months old, if you look up, oh, you know, what platform should I stream on, you might see some thumbnails at the front page of that search mentioning Kick, and going, "Wow, you really, really dropped the ball because if you just kept going,
well,
even with the small audience you had, you probably could have been an alternative."
They could have been an alternative, and they actually stopped at the worst time.
Mm-hmm.
Because what happened to Twitch, they were being, right as Mixer closed, literally a month later, Twitch was like being criticized for not paying their partners or doing all this weird ass shit to it. So let's go, man. I'm one of the 8% who decided to do this, and you guys all saw me do it. But anyway, when Mixer shut down, Twitch decided to do all these weird policies that everybody hated, and yeah, they just did it Microsoft stopped at the wrong time. Had they perhaps waited another month or two and maybe maybe Mixer would still be around. And the thing is, I love the way Mixer worked.
Yeah.
I thought Mixer was way better than Twitch, but it's one of those things. It's one of those things where I kind of blame. Well, you can blame Microsoft because I don't want to say they didn't try to advertise it because again they got Ninja on the platform. They paid Ninja to be on the platform, right? But I kind of blame the community because it's kind of like the people who are kind of like, why would we ever want to go to Mixer? Twitch is a better place mentality, you know? It's kind of like those people who rather play on Steam than try out Epic Games or GOG, although I know there's a lot of conversation of why, like, Steam is a better place to play, obviously, right? It's been there for years, but how dare certain other platforms do what they do, right? But the thing with Mixer is that this wasn't a platform. This was just a website, and people would be like, "I'd rather not come here. Why would people want to stream here?" I would see people say shit like that.
Yeah, I see it too.
And like, so that's why Mixer kind of failed because people just wanted Twitch to be the go-to streaming site. You see, that's why like other streaming sites eventually closed down because of not closed down, but kind of stopped because of because of Twitch. Because also, what is this feather doing here? What was it? Oh yeah, because Justin TV. I think Twitch acquired one of these early.
It was Justin TV. They Twitch merged.
Yeah, but there were other streaming sites that, for the life of me, I can't remember right now. But there were these other streaming sites, right? And but eventually Twitch became the streaming site to go to, and then Microsoft was like, hey, we should get into the streaming business too, right? And they started Mixer, and then they gave up. And then Kick came in. Microsoft wanted to come in and I think they were specifically just looking at Twitch when they didn't know that. I don't think they noticed YouTube was there.
Yeah.
Because, again, I think after Mixer closed and then Twitch did that whole shit, guess what got a lot more noticed? YouTube Live YouTube streaming, because YouTube gaming was kind of seen as like basically in the same view as Mixer, whatever streaming site, right?
Yeah.
Like I think even people were saying just stick to videos, right? Yeah. I think people were even saying shit like that.
Mm-hmm. They were.
But then Twitch did that dumb shit that they did, and look, now YouTube is the hub for many VTubers, especially the big ones, right?
Yep.
It's more accessible because YouTube has actually been trying to not perfect, but they've been upgrading improving it, right? They've been improving their streaming platform. Also, I'm trying to find this yellow ball, but I don't know where the hell it is.
And that's they just, and what's even worse is that they also, I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, but wait, when did they pull the plug on Mixer again? What year was that?
What year?
Was it like 2018, 2019?
Yeah, 2018. I want to say around there, 2018, because I remember. Here's the thing about another thing I liked about Mixer was, well, a lot of people wouldn't have noticed this because, again, losing console, but it was integrated into Xbox. Like, there was even a tab for Mixer on the Xbox One. You can probably find screenshots of it. But so on the dashboard, you would see a Mixer tab, and then you could see if your own friends are, streaming on Mixer. You could straight up directly stream on Mixer through the mini dash if you wanted to. Nowadays on the Xbox, on this Xbox, you do Twitch. Yeah, like live streaming right here. You could just, I think it'll direct you to, you can choose either Twitch or YouTube. Yeah. So, yeah, it doesn't force you onto one. It'll just be like, which one do you want to do, right? But with Mixer, it was basically the first option. And it's not like they forced Mixer on Xbox players, because I think even with the Mixer integration, if you wanted to live stream on a streaming service, it still gave you the Twitch option. You could still stream on Twitch if you wanted to. Ew, what's this? Oh.
Beat the shit out of it. Oh, okay.
Oh. That's
Oh,
right.
that's
I
why
forgot
it's
that. I forgot
considered
there's a side mission where I have to just destroy all the birds' nests. But yeah, Mixer had great integration with the
Knock those paint cans on that freaking car.
get painted on. Let's go. I mean, oh well. So yeah.
Kill that stupid cat. Okay.
I think that's a. Oh no, not a turbo.
Oh wait, no, there's an entrance. Yeah.
Yeah, there's an exit. I hope. I hope this is not a dev trap. Okay. No, but yeah, Mixer was integrated into the Xbox. I liked the way it worked. It was, the community tab was a lot more vibrant. Nowadays, the best you can do on the community tab on modern Xbox systems is just your screenshots and video records.
Yeah.
But at a point when Mixer was integrated, you could just put on the dashboard that you're streaming, and I think you could even watch streams through the dashboard. So it was cool. Like it was really cool, but again, Microsoft gave up on it way too soon.
At this point, I would just say, I mean, oh, also get in that box. I would just say, and it's a stupid thing, but just reopen everything that you closed down. Like,
oh, there's
fuck
a
it.
lot. There's a lot Microsoft can bring back, and it'll probably find a little bit of success, like Zune.
Yeah, I was thinking of that too.
Like well, actually not really, because as a service, not as a device, because
It should be a device because they
Like,
at least would not be making it as expensive. Well,
the
no
only,
one buys
the
iPods
only,
anymore.
The only competition they'd have is probably, funny enough, Sony, because I think Sony is the only manufacturer who still makes dedicated MP3 players that are like big time. Because of course you can probably find some weird third party like brand that sells MP3 player that has 2 or 10 gigabytes or 15 gigabytes or whatever, right? But
yeah.
it kind of has like a very suspicious look to it, right? But Sony still sells a Walkman, and I've been tempted to buy one of these Walkmans, but again, I still have my iPod, so I haven't really been, wanting to
No, like
get
you
one.
have a great device. So
No, I have no.
why
that-
would you
that-
just switch?
But it's not because I want to get it to replace it. I just want to get it to see how modern MP3s are, MP3 players.
Yeah.
Because your phone is an MP3 player if you try really hard. Because Apple or iPhones have an integrated. iPhones are iPods. They're the modern iPods. You go to your music app, it's right there.
Oh.
Also. Oh, hello. Uh-oh.
Uh-oh. Nothing to see here.
I guess nothing to see here. No.
Oh, you're right. There was nothing.
It's an
What
elephant.
the hell is this?